The gap between rich and poor has been getting bigger in recent years. The rich are getting richer, while the poor struggle to afford basic things like food and shelter. Often, the rich and poor have very different ways of doing things and seeing the world. Let's look at 7 things poor people tend to do differently than rich people. Before we begin, kindly give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on more awesome content like this. Let's get started. Number 1. The poor spend lots of their time consuming media, sometimes as an escape from reality. One big difference between how rich and poor people live is how they spend their time. Folks who are struggling financially might spend a lot of their time on things that aren't useful, like scrolling through social media for hours or being glued to the TV. While the majority engage in passive entertainment, the wealthy strive to be active participants, aiming to feature on television rather than just watch it. While many consume content, the affluent dedicate their time to crafting it. While indulging in the latest celebrity gossip or internet drama might be fun for a little while, but it doesn't help you in the long run. It mostly just makes the media companies richer. Not all media is bad. Some of it can teach you things or make your life easier. It's totally fine to watch shows, YouTube, or online stuff to relax and take a break from everything else. But if you find yourself glued to the screen all the time, it might mean you're not happy with your life and are using TV or YouTube to escape. When you spend a lot of time on something, like watching TV or scrolling through social media, it can become a problem if it stops you from growing as a person or figuring out why you're unhappy. Rich and successful people tend to focus on getting better at things, reaching their goals, and solving problems before they relax and have fun. If they have any remaining time afterward, they might indulge in some entertainment. As mentioned, there's no harm in enjoying occasional entertainment, but for them, it serves solely as a source of enjoyment rather than an escape from reality. Think about it. How many hours a week do you spend watching TV, YouTube, or social media compared to working on your goals? Number 2. The poor spend their time consuming. The rich spend their time creating. Money plays a different role for rich and poor people. The rich often use their money to grow their wealth, while the poor use theirs to survive. Think about this. People without a lot of money usually have to work for a living to buy things that others have made. People with less money might work hard to buy things they want: new Jordans, a 4K TV, vehicle upgrades, or vacations, but they don't have much time to start their own business or make things for other people. On the other hand, rich people tend to spend most of their time creating things or experiences that other people can enjoy. Think about it this way. Actors make TV shows you watch, YouTubers make videos you enjoy, and business owners create things people want to buy. They all spend a lot of time doing this. While the poor often adopt a consumer mindset, the rich embrace a creator mindset. The encouraging aspect of this is that most individuals have the potential to become creators. So, ask yourself, what can you create at this moment? Number 3. The poor spend a lot of time to save a little money. The rich focus on higher value tasks. People with less money might spend a lot of time trying to save small amounts of cash. Saving money is definitely a good thing, but think about this. Have you ever seen someone spend a whole day, like 7 or 8 hours, just to save $37 on groceries? That equates to a value of merely $4.60 per hour. They could just use the $37 and shop for an hour, then spend those extra 7 hours doing something that could make them even more money in the long run. Some people spend a lot of time mowing their own lawn to save $20, but they could just pay a teenager to do it instead. Yet, they fail to recognize that this time could be better utilized for more valuable endeavors. People with less money might spend a lot of time on things that don't make them much money. Rich people, on the other hand, are more likely to either pay someone else to do those things or spend more money to save time. This frees them up to focus on things that will make them more money in the long run. Rich people often say, "Why do a job for $10 an hour when you could be spending your time on something that pays $1,000 an hour?" This shows why it's important to use your time wisely. Rich people know their time is valuable and only do things that will make them a lot of money compared to the time it takes. Indeed, while money can be replenished, time cannot. For the wealthy, time holds far greater significance than money. Number 4. The poor tend to save money and leave it idle, whereas the wealthy invest. Just to be clear, saving money is still good. It's always smart to put some money away. However, the crucial difference lies in how people view and utilize their savings. Many individuals save money either for future purchases or simply let it sit in a bank account, stagnant. Money that remains stagnant loses its potential value over time. Imagine this. You get $1 million from a relative you barely knew. At first, you might be really happy to have so much cash. However, there's a condition. You can't touch it. You have to save it all. Given this restriction, does the money hold any real value to you? Likely not, as it serves no purpose and cannot contribute to wealth growth. Saving money aimlessly and allowing it to accumulate in a bank account fails to generate value. Furthermore, with inflation, money left idle in a bank account actually diminishes in value. So, what's the approach of the wealthy? They put their money to work. They give it a purpose. This concept embodies the idea of making money work for you. While saving money is good, but investing it well is even better. Many may argue, I don't want to risk losing my money. That's why I say the best thing you can invest in is yourself. Investing in education to gain financial literacy is the most valuable investment with the highest return on investment. I want to emphasize this. I strongly believe in saving money, and everyone should prioritize it. Number 5. Most people have one source of income. The rich have multiple. Most people rely on a single income source, usually their job, whereas the wealthy have multiple streams of income. This stark contrast between the rich and the poor is significant. Most people worry a lot about losing their job because that's where all their money comes from. They're scared because if they lose their job, they won't have any money coming in. However, by cultivating multiple sources of income, individuals can mitigate some of this stress. If one way of making money doesn't work out, having other options means you can still keep getting money. This helps you deal with tough times and get back on track financially more easily. Consequently, this diversity of income streams can help you relax more about money problems. So, what steps can you take to cultivate additional sources of income? Number 6, the poor use credit to buy stuff. The rich use it to leverage larger assets. One thing people don't always think about is how rich and poor people use credit differently. Poor people are often scared of credit cards because they worry about getting stuck in debt. Conversely, the wealthy actively seek more credit because they view it as a tool for leverage. Poor people might use credit cards to buy things they don't really need, even if they can't afford to pay them back. Rich people, on the other hand, use credit cards or special loans to acquire and leverage substantial assets. For instance, they might purchase real estate with a $20,000 down payment and finance the remaining 90%. In doing so, they leverage a $130,000 asset while initially investing only $20,000. This practice is the foundation of the concept known as using other people's money. And number 7, most aim to retire at 65. The rich aim to be financially independent as soon as possible. Poor people might dream about retiring someday. Rich people want to be financially independent, which means they don't have to work anymore, and their money keeps growing. Many individuals envision working 40 to 45 years in a stable job and anticipate a comfortable retirement at 65. Unfortunately, this dream doesn't always materialize. The affluent, however, don't fixate on retirement. Instead, they strive for financial independence. Their objective is to amass sufficient assets to sustain their lifestyle without the need for employment. In doing so, they can enjoy a retirement lifestyle earlier or devote their time to further asset accumulation. That concludes today's video. I hope it was informative and beneficial to you. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I welcome your feedback, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Lastly, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.